It's all done.
Yay!
So this is your carrot cake, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a beautiful slice of carrot cake. These are my hot cross buns. Turned out beautifully golden brown. With a little cross on them. It actually looks more across that way.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Well, which one do you want to taste first?
Let's taste yours. I don't.
Okay.
We should probably like take turns
Yeah. Okay. So I'll.
each episode, but. Welcome to another Go Green Kids episode. This is our Easter episode.
Yeah.
You're making more of like carroty,
I'm making more rabbit.
bunny
themed.
side. I'm doing more resurrection
Traditional.
Jesus cross side.
Yeah. So we're just doing kind of our different sides. And what are you making?
I'm going to make hot cross buns because they have cross on them.
And I'm going to be making carrot cake, and I'm going to put little carrot Rice Krispies on top.
Cool.
Yeah. Alright, so it's time to make these carrot Easter Rice Krispie treats. I'm calling them Karrot Krispies. That is not trademarked, but I'm calling it that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use vegan marshmallows and gluten-free rice, rice kind of like Krispies, but they're not Rice Krispies. And then 1 stick of butter along with some natural food coloring and like fennel or mint to put like as like little carrot stems. So I'm going to do that, and now it's time for the butter to melt. So our 1 stick of butter is finished melting. That's 8 tablespoons if your stick of butter is a little bigger than ours. And we're going to now put in 2 to 10 ounces of marshmallows, depending how marshmallow you want it. I'm doing about 5 ounces just because I like marshmallows, but I don't want it to be extremely marshmallowy. So I'm gonna put this in, and then if I think it's not enough, I will add more, but I think this will be fine. So we're gonna let these all mix together, and then comes the next stage. So yeah.
The next stage.
Okay, so we have our marshmallow mix, and it's basically, with the vegan marshmallows, it looks kind of cool. It's kind of different than, I'm guessing, the other marshmallows, but it's good. It still tastes good. I tried some.
Looks good.
Yeah, so I'm going to add in, I'm just going to start with, like, that much, and then
Do you want me to hold the
mix
bowl
that
for you?
in, if you want to. Okay. I'm just going to basically evenly coat this, see how much this is, and if I need more, I'll add more. And there's no cooking in this process, so, I mean, other than the marshmallows.
Is it just like chill?
Yeah, it just chills. So
Okay.
then it all hardens up. Yeah, so it's pretty.
Just don't put it outside or Dash will eat it.
I don't plan on putting it outside.
Do you want a spoon?
No, this works.
Sorry, I'm a talkative cameraman.
So now that my Rice Krispies are done setting up, I'm making little baby ones to put on the cake, and then we can have some as treats later on. They might not be in carrot shapes, but
Let's see if you can see the color if I turn it off more.
yeah, I mean,
It's a little grainy.
it's a little grainy, but you can kind of see I put little fennel pieces to make like the carrot part, instead of using like licorice pieces or something like that, just to make it a little bit more healthy.
Looks like carrot.
This is what it's gonna look like. I'm excited. So now we're going to start our batter / sponge part of our cake, and we're going to start it off with 2 cups of almond flour. I'm using half a cup, so we four of these half cups. And then you're going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm using Ceylon cinnamon just because it's kind of like the healthier, and it just helps your body a little bit more. And then you're just gonna mix this till it's like fully blended together. And I also got 2 pans and lined them with oil and flour so that the sponge won't stick to it. And then I preheated the oven to 350. So if you can do those steps too. So I've added all of my ingredients like the Ceylon cinnamon, baking soda, salt, and flour. And then I'm just going to whisk this until it's all combined really well. And then I can start on the ingredients.
So I am making hot cross buns. They have cross on them. It's actually that's how the first rib I ate for Easter. And yeah, let's get started. We're gonna start by putting in our leaven. This is 4.5 teaspoons of yeast mixed with 2 cups of room temperature milk. And you just let the yeast dissolve in the milk for 2 minutes, and it'll dissolve on its own. Add 2 room temperature eggs. any allspice, so I had to make allspice. I just used 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. That just makes 1 teaspoon. Allspice. So 1/3 cup of butter, softened. 1/4 cup of sugar. Salt. This bag. Okay. We need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now I'm just gonna whisk it all together. And then after I whisk all this together, I'm going to put 3 cups of flour in. Now I'm going to add this to my flour in my mixer. Wow! I know, right? It's amazing. Let that go for a little bit. I'm going to add 3 more cups of flour.
Wow!
Yeah! Wow!
We're going to start the wet ingredients. So here is 1 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil, and you want to have this cool because you want the eggs to cook. So
Wait, did it raisins?
yeah,
You do have the raisins. I need
you don't have to have this completely cool, but you have to have it cold enough where it won't cook the eggs. And then next is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. There we go. Whoa, that's kind of cool. It sticks into the oil. And then 1 cup of pure brown sugar, or pure brown cane sugar, and 1 cup of regular sugar, and then 4 large eggs. So here goes the brown sugar. There we go. And then white sugar. There we go. Eggs. You do the eggs one at a time just to let them mix it, just so you know they're mixed in pretty well. So here we go, first egg. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to whisk this with a fork, which I do not have, so I will do that. Mix, 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 mix. So it should kind of look like this. This is what it should look like. This is with 3 eggs missing, so still gonna add some of the eggs. Here's the second egg. So I just finished adding in my 4th egg, and I gotta mix this, and then we are ready for the next step to making our carrot cake.
I added enough flour to make it kneadable, but still sticky. I might need a little more flour, but make it just add enough so it's kneadable. It's still a little bit sticky, soft dough. And I've also added 1 cup of raisins, which is why I need your raisins. You can do raisins or currants, but I like raisins. This bad boy for about 6 to 8 minutes. He seems bigger already, so I think we'll rest.
So now that my wet ingredients are mixed, my dry ingredients are mixed, it's time to mix these together and then add carrot, pecans, and raisins.
Carrot, pecans, raisins, oh my!
So I'm just gonna do this in thirds so it doesn't get too lumpy or anything from the flour. Because you can do that if you add too much in dry ingredients. So here we go. I'm just gonna mix this.
Carrots, pecans, and raisins, that's right.
So I've just mixed all my dry ingredients to my wet ingredients, and now it's time to add 1/2 cup of raisins, 1 cup of coarsely chopped pecans. So if they're finely chopped, you won't really get like the nice crunch that pecans
Coarsely
have.
chopped? Did you mortar them?
Yeah, because I mean
Is
it's
that kind
coarse.
of chopped then?
Yes, coarsely mortared. I don't know. And then 3 to 4 cups of grated carrots. I just did 3.5 because I mean it's the sweet spot in the middle. And then we mix this all into the
And
batter.
carrots are good. This is our dad's favorite cake. Wonder why.
So now I have my cake pans and I'm ready to put them into the, put the batter into the cake pans, not the cake pans into the batter. And we're gonna let these cook at 350 for about 35 to 45 minutes, or until like they're springy and you can like put a toothpick in it and it comes out clean, because that's the best way to tell if they're cooked. Okay. So now I'm just gonna put the cakes in right here, and start the timer.
How long?
35 to 45 minutes.
Let this awesome dough guy rise for an hour.
Fancy. Now it's time to start the frosting for our carrot cake. And first step you're going to do is you're going to put 8 ounces of cream cheese into the, I'm putting it in a steep, like tall bowl, because this frosting calls for powdered sugar, and that tends to spray everywhere if you're not careful. So a tall bowl will just help cushion the glow. And what you're going to do now is basically just make the cream cheese a little bit more creamier. It takes about like 1 minute. It's just going to kind of like fluff it up. Add in 1 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. So I'm just going to do it every 1/4 cup. So it's going to be like a slow process more than like putting it all in at once. Of whipping cream. There we go. And then we're gonna let that mix. Until your cakes are done cooling and they're taken out of the oven. And then we can get on the frosting mix.
Now we gotta punch it. There we go. Take it out. Surface. And now we're gonna turn them into rolls. Rolls, we already have some here, but basically split it in half once, split it in half again, and for this guy, ones we haven't progressed that much, you just kind of weigh them in your hand, see which one's bigger, smaller. Like this one is a little heavier, so we'll add some to this guy to make him the same weight. And then, no, 4 of the same sizes, so we'll split these guys in half. It's almost there we go. This one's good. And then to actually make the rolls, we're just going to set upside down and just pinch it all the way to the middle until the surface is going to be smooth on the side. Like that. Okay. Yeah, so yeah. We're going to put them on. We're going to do 4 per row. Our buns, rolls I guess, for 30 to 45 minutes, and then we can put them in.
It's time to start frosting my cake, and so we're gonna start with this frosting. I really like this frosting because it's very airy, like because the heavy whipping cream kind of turns into a whipped cream instead of frosting. And this cake is like just enough to have like the top and the middle layered. So if you want to make your frosting, you can. If you want to do the sides, I would probably just double the recipe. But I'm just going to do the top and the middle part. So now I'm going to add my little my Fennel carrots like that. And I'm just going to do 5 to put them into like a little cylindrical circle. Second one. I have sticky frosting fingers.
So I finished frying, they look amazing. And now it's the cross part for our hot cross buns. This is gonna score little crosses in them.
I wonder what it's called scoring.
I don't know. You score steaks too. So Now we're going to egg wash these. This is one egg yolk and 2 tablespoons of water. You can egg wash these before, but I wanted to have the crosses look a different color so you can see them better. I'm going to roll the frosting on them. Do however you like. This will make it look all golden brown and beautiful. So we're going to cook these guys for 15 to 20 minutes. Or until the tops are all golden brown. Frosting for our hot cross buns. It's more of a glaze than a frosting, but I'll use 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. And then 4 to 6 teaspoons of milk, just until it's a good consistency. We'll start with I use 3 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon to make mine instead of 4 to 6 teaspoons. Yeah, so good. Now you can see the crosses better. It's all done!
Yay!
So this is your carrot cake, right? It's this beautiful slice of carrot cake. These are my hot cross buns. Turned out beautifully golden brown. A little cross on them. Actually looks more across that way. There we go.
Well, which one do you want to taste first?
Let's taste yours.
Okay.
We should probably take turns
Yeah, okay, so I'll...
each episode, but. It's good.
The raisins are like a little treasures, so you can use like this little fruity flavor. I like the pecans in there. Those are really good. And the frosting's not too sweet, which I really like because sometimes frosting can be like overpowering on a cake or something.
That's good. I like it.
And that's not bad.
The raisins reminded me of what, remember your scones for the Iron Chef episode? How they put the bacon in them, and then one of the judges was like, "Oh, they're like little treasures," and that's what it reminds me of.
Okay, so
It's really good.
Yeah,
That's
that's definitely. I think the only thing I would change was maybe if you wanted to put more ice cream on the sides, which I don't really like.
Ice cream?
Not ice cream, frosting on the sides.
Oh.
And I don't think. Yeah.
I think it's perfect without
Pecans
frosting.
on the top are really good, and if you wanted to, maybe you could have like a drizzle on top. I don't know. That's all I've got.
Good. Would you like to?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something glazed personally.
Not too sweet, not too bland.
Yeah, it's kind of like a roll.
I like the raisins in there.
More little treasures, but glaze is really good.
Yeah, that glaze is like
I like the shape.
shiny.
It's good.
Melty.
Turned out well.
Yeah, I think those would be really good. If there was no glaze, it'd be really good to have them like toasted with like butter or something.
You cut them in half and make sandwiches.
Yeah.
Sliders.
Well, I mean, it's more like a sweet sandwich because it's more of a
It's good.
side other than savory. Yeah, I like those.
Thank you guys for
Overall,
watching.
Those would be really good, fun things to have on Easter.
Thank you guys for watching. Tune in for our next episodes on greenfields.com. Check out our Instagram, YouTube,
Photos, videos, recipes, all those. Bye. Bye.
Hello and welcome to another 10 New Ideas segment with me, Terran.
And me, River.
And I think it's your turn to go first this time.
No, okay, fine, I'll go first. So my first one is a notebook that you can like draw on, except it has art tips.
All other No.
Except it has like art tips at the bottom, so it'd be like, use this way to shade better, and then be like, oh, okay, cool, and then like, you can try it out. So it's like a way to get better art in the notebook. So it's like a class, but also not a class. So you can, yeah. And then my second one is a mannequin that moves. So if like you put a dress on it or something, it would like move around, and or like if you like put a hat on it, it'd like move its head around. I don't know. And then my last one is a moonlight maker. So I have something called a rainbow maker on my window, and it like takes the sun and shines it and puts rainbows all around my room. But I think it'd be cool if I did it with moonlight, but made it more like little like silvery kind of colors that are like more faded, something like that.
I see.
Yeah, those are my three.
Well, I have one that I'm really, really proud of. So you know hot sauce, right? How it's hot, spicy, you put it on stuff you want it.
Yeah.
Well,
not always stuff I work on.
Okay, well, I came up with the idea of sweet sauce. So instead of hot, it's sweet. So if you want, because like bacon's really good with maple syrup, so you do like a maple syrup one, and you just put it on the bacon, and it'd be like maple bacon and syrup. You don't have to use all the syrup.
Like the caramel sauce that you put like on ice cream?
Yeah, except there'd be like a bunch of different flavors, and you would like say on the back what you could use it for, what it would be good on, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good idea.
Could you put it like on like a glaze for like donuts or something like that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then a laser pointer specifically for dogs because...
You hear that, Dasher?
Yeah, he loves laser pointers, but sometimes he gets a little bored with them, so I don't know, maybe if they were a different color, because I know dogs can only see a certain range of colors, and that would change how much they liked them.
He's sleeping right now.
Yeah. And then a knife specifically for cardboard to be serrated, super sharp. So, because me and River like to build like box forts, weapons out of cardboard, stuff like that. So if you had a specific knife for that, that'd be kind of useful.
What do you think, Dash? Dash likes the idea.
Yay. And so those are my ideas.
Cool. I like them.
Yay. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you listen to our next episode with our Nintendo ideas. And
Yay.
see you guys there.
See ya.
Bye.